Three, two, one.
And welcome back to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 302. Take a 2 and a 0, and you add them together, you still get 2, but you're one step away from a 3. And then once you get to 3, then you're there.
You are there, indeed.
Hi, Bruno.
Hey, Nick.
Bro, you got me worried.
What's up?
The first topic in months you got, like, coming out swinging. I'm not going to bring it up yet, but, like, you came out, I'm sitting here, like, yesterday, like, checking, like, oh, why do we got something in here? What Bruno talk did he have? I'm like, oh, God, what type of week is he having? And then I just, like, clicked away. We got a couple things. This should be a slam dunk of a week, because we got a couple things.
Great. What you got?
First thing was your homework, which we've been doing, because we've been keeping each other honest. We've been doing the puzzles.
We have been.
Man,
I think you
and me have quite different days at times. Because I feel like it turns into oh, hey, this puzzle was fucking bullshit. It's like, oh man, easiest puzzle this goddamn week. And then it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're looking at. And I'm like, bro, it all just clicks in my brain.
I know. I don't know, man. These so we've been doing connections and
Strands,
right? Connections. It's either all or nothing for me.
Oh, 100%.
I either have everything easy, or it is the hardest shit in the world for me to see.
I 1,000% will go down swinging today that I was right and connections was wrong. I'm bringing it back up.
And I got it. I'm trying to remember how I got it now that I did it, but
I got the yellow category today. I got fix, amend, revise, and what was it? Wait, bro. Correct. I got that one. I felt good. I felt like today I was like, damn, getting it down to the 3 categories left is golden. You know, and it wasn't even the easy one. So I'm like, this should be fine. There should be an easy category I can spot out. Then I'm at my final 2. So I was like, okay. Fight, tiff, scrap. And I'm like, war. I'm like, makes sense. You know, whatever. I'll take it. Fucking not it. I'm like, oh, roulette. That's like a fight as well. Fucking not it. 2 guesses down. I'm pissed off. I try to pivot. I'm like, okay. Fucking poker, roulette, bingo, lottery, games of like luck and chance. Fucking nope. Down to 1 guess left. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I just like, I'm like, I pivot to something else and I fuck up. Apparently, row means to fight. I don't. Who fucking told me that? Out of all these goddamn like gambling games, we picked war. Fuck that.
So my first one, I got it today. I had two misses. My first one, I think I went. I was big on chips. Like I was looking for games that. Well, no, I wasn't big on chips. I was big on like. Tokens or like. I was thinking like the little bingo markers, you know?
Yep.
I was thinking of markers. So I was like, okay. So we got, I think, roulette, bingo, poker, and lottery, I think was my first guess. Which was wrong because poker didn't go with it. And then I was like, okay, fuck that, pivot. I do that a lot. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, I'm not forcing it. So then I went, I was in the green with the blue. I think I went fight, scrap, tiff, war. Just like you did. That didn't get it. And then I was like, okay, it's probably war. and row is probably some English bullshit because I couldn't find where else to put row. Got that, slammed it, done. Got the yellow, the amend, correct, fix, revise. I knew that one was in the bag. I wasn't even paying attention to it. The purple, the chips. What the fuck is a blue chip?
I mean, I've heard of it, but like it's not commonly talked about in like anything we would see.
I didn't like war in a game of chance. That didn't seem right.
Well, the other one seemed like gambling. The other one was just thrown
Yeah,
in as a random card game.
yeah. That I didn't like that, especially when you have poker in there.
Bro, I don't know what row means. It fucking means row, row, row your goddamn boat. Not, I don't know. That one pissed me off. It was not a. Today was one of those days for connections. I looked at it and I said, I'm coming back tomorrow with a vengeance.
And Strands today fought me like hell. That shit was hard for me. It gave me. I don't even. What did it give me?
So today with strands, I saw the theme and I immediately thought like I was looking for the word canvas. I was looking for the word notepad. I was looking for like median, like an art median.
Mm,
So I immediately went to like something to do with art, and then I was at work, so then I got a call or something, so I had to look away. I came back and I immediately saw portrait. I'm like, okay, these are types of drawings, and then from there it just completely fell into place.
so my first hint was COMCI.
Hmm.
It took me a solid minute to find comic in it. I'm gonna be real with you. Like that's the kind of day my Strands was at. And then I was like,
I
okay, it has to do with art and like pencil-y, like lines, literally. And then I fought like hell. I think I got one word. I think I got portrait myself. Couldn't find shit. And it gave me sketch. And as soon as it lit up, I saw it. Like instantaneously.
hmm
I call some bullshit on graphic art being the thing though. I don't think two words should be allowed.
You don't think two words be loud?
Nope, I don't.
Is graphic art two words or is it one word? I just assumed it was one word until you started ranting to me about it.
Two words. Graphic
Oh.
art.
I saw art and I was like drawing and like this has to be a part of a bigger word, so I just started
No,
looking
no,
around like
because if you put it together, it would be graphic art. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. No, two words.
I I saw art was a word and I was like that seems to fit in what the spanagram should be. So I was like looking around and I saw graph and I was like, oh, probably is like graphic art. Clicked.
I got my head in something else. What was I looking at? I don't remember.
Um
Yeah, I
what
don't
did
know.
I okay, so a couple days ago, um the theme was it was the sign language. And I was so
I
confused.
I tried that one. Couldn't get shit. I couldn't even find regular words. And my day was too busy and I was like, nope, we're done.
I got bull, and I immediately knew these were like zodiac signs. And then I like tried to. I don't know zodiac signs. And what pisses me off is they didn't even use like they used like bull and scorpion, which are close enough, but like they had twins in there, which are like Gemini, but like twins is like
Oh, I'm
Gemini's
happy
like
that I
this,
didn't try that hard on that one.
but
I would
like
have never
like
got there.
twins is like a like it's just a way to describe what the thing is. It's not like what it is. Like and then they used they didn't even use real descriptives of the actual things. They used like fake words to describe what they were. It was bullshit. I think it was bullshit all around. I think they needed to make some stuff fit and work, and they did. But like, I was very upset with it. I don't know zodiac signs, so I'm like, I don't even know what words I'm trying to make. So I had to
Yeah,
like I had to
I
Google the pictures.
I would have been in the same boat.
I felt
So
like cheaty, but I wasn't, because I wasn't like looking at words. I'm just like trying to figure out what symbols are. But yeah, I won't lie today. It took me forever to figure out cartoon. I'm like Karunatara?
I,
Tarunyarkar?
I think I got that one okay.
I did
I
not.
might I
It
might
was
have used a hint for it though. Is the
no, it was
thing.
my
Like
last word. It was my
I
last
was
word. I knew it was it. Like I knew I had
I
to
was
make all these.
hinting like crazy.
I had to make these letters work, and it was just like Karunatara. I Then I finally just said car, and then I was like tune. I didn't even realize I got it until like I got it. It was bad today for that one word. Everything else was fine. I just could not figure cartoon out. Um. So which one do you like more? Like which one tickles your brain more?
I think connections because I'm not searching for things. I'm trying to think about things, not search for them so much.
See, I like Strand because I feel like it's all there. I feel like I have all the answers. I just need to
Yeah.
like design them out. And I think the themes are always creative and fun. I find
The
Strands to be a more thought provoking puzzle.
I think that the themes are good. I've been happy with the themes, I think, every time. Like they're close enough, but you almost have to find the first word and put the pieces together, which I
Yeah.
like. I think that's good.
I think
Um,
Strands is hard, but I think Connections tries to deceive me.
that's fair.
Like they 100% threw row in there just because I don't know what row is. They were
But
trying to they
yeah,
put in the word they knew was gonna put me up for the easy category, as if I should know what row means.
fair.
Um, yeah, I do them daily. I try the mini crossword, but I'm really bad at that. And then if I feel feisty, I do Wordle.
Yeah, okay.
I sometimes I sometimes if I'm super bored or super thing, then I do the Sudoku, but I'm not always a Sudoku guy.
Yeah, I could see myself getting in a routine of doing connections every day.
I think it's easy, quick. Then I
Yeah,
like watching the guy that's good at them after I solve them, and I like to see his thought process. Like he
fair.
got the first
Yeah,
he got
no, it's
his
good.
first category was uh can I reset? Incognito window connection. Like he got the purple category first, and it was because potato and computer were next to each other or on top of
Okay.
each other.
Yeah.
So he said, "Oh, potato chip, computer chip, poker chip," and like he just like put three together. He's like, "That's probably it." And he like went around and he's like, "Bingo chip, maybe road chip, correct chip, fight, blah blah, blue chip." He's like, "Oh, it's probably blue chip," and then he just got purple right. Like the way his brain just connects certain things are
Yeah,
crazy.
blue chip was a stretch to me though. Like I didn't know that that was going to be a thing, but like when you put it next to the other one, I'm like, okay, blue definitely doesn't fit in the other one, so it must be there. I find myself doing a lot of deduction by subtraction. Like I'll try to do other ones until I make the choices limited.
I try to do groups of three. So I have like three groups of three, and then I have
Yeah,
9 things that I think are pretty separated out well. Because then it's like trying to take 5 things. No, it's trying to take the last 7 things and say, does this make sense in any, like, 3 of you guys go into these groups, and 4 of you guys are in a group itself. So then try to
yeah.
divide, like, them out into the three and be like, this makes sense, this makes sense. And I don't know what these 4 are, so it's some group I just don't understand completely.
There. Yeah. I think I'm usually like a try and find an easy one, at least
Hmm.
an easy to me. It's not necessarily always the green one or whatever, but find one I'm confident in, send it. Either we got problems or I just knock out a whole row kind of thing.
I swear to God, sometimes their green one is just trying to meme on us.
Yeah, but, you know,
No, I don't know because it makes me
you
upset.
do what you can.
Man, I already talked to you about this a little bit, but I'm just gonna comment it on here.
Sure.
But I did first time ever shady mapling, and I had a great time.
Good. Sweet. Well, can you remind me what was the menu?
It
And
was
was
I
this a
went for
lunch thing?
Saturday lunch,
Yeah.
so like nothing. Probably one of the more crazier times to go. I would assume that like hits one of the. Not, I think Saturday dinner I saw on the like thing was like the most popular time, which makes sense.
Yeah, I
From
think
there,
they go a little bit harder for the weekends.
probably like Sunday brunch is up there, and then like probably like Saturday lunch. And I'm assuming weeknights are probably like not slow, but I'm assuming they're lesser by comparison. Um, because who really eats out on a weeknight? I see people that do, but it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I
What's
don't
your
know.
thought? Mentally, in my mind, going out to eat is like a Friday night weekend thing. Going out to eat on like a Thursday afternoon, or not Thursday, because that's the best day. Like on a Tuesday afternoon or evening for dinner, going out to eat just seems so wrong to me. Because it's like, what are you celebrating? It's Tuesday. It's too early to be like splurging on yourself.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that the Friday plus weekend is the normal, but sometimes, you just gotta roll with it. I don't know. I don't eat out much either, so I don't know.
Yeah, but oh my God, I will say. So it was I didn't hit anything hard. I tried to hit everything small. I tried to taste like about everything on the menu or out there.
It's a big menu. It's a lot of
Yeah.
big ass buffet.
So like just small like half scoops of like everything. Um you didn't warn me there's fucking like icy machines.
There's fucking everything.
I like walked in, I'm like, damn, there's icy machines?
It's the smorgasbord. Did you find the
Yeah.
milk machine?
Yeah. I thought it was Swiss tea at first. I
No,
thought it was gonna be big
milk and
ass.
chocolate milk.
Yeah, but what if that thing was a big ass thing of tea cooler?
You know, could have been.
Could have been, would have been nice. But yeah. Um
Dude, got breakfast and just loading up on chocolate milk that's so thick you can almost chew it. Oh, delicious.
yeah. Man,
And
see these
and, and they got the good brand of chocolate milk too.
I don't know if I could ever justify going to breakfast today.
See, I'm almost on the board of I can only justify breakfast there.
No, see, in my mind, a breakfast buffet is nice, is great. You get a lot of breakfast options. However, when it comes to like the most satisfying breakfasts I can think of are just like cheap diner breakfasts.
And that's fair. Yeah.
Whereas like a lunch or dinner at a smorgasbord, at least I get to taste a bunch of stuff I don't normally like. I don't normally get to like have. So like,
I will say the price for breakfast is a lot cheaper too.
what is breakfast? I think like lunch was like 20 something dollar, $25 maybe,
So
$26.
I'm looking at a menu here. Lunch on a Saturday, they up the price.
Yeah,
On a Saturday, it says 27.
makes sense.
The rest of the week, it's 19.
It's not that's like better than like regular things.
Breakfast Monday through Friday is $14.
It's not
That's
bad.
like that's a big meal at a diner.
Yeah, that's good. That's reasonable.
Saturday it's 16. But like, I don't know, they got good bacon. they always have pancakes ripping, like pancakes with stuff in it,
Oh,
made in front of, and it's
I'm not
just,
saying it's not good. I'm just saying
yeah.
I can get like I can go to like my local diner,
I
get the
know.
like get the Sunday
Yeah,
or get the breakfast special, get like 3 pancakes, some scrapple, some eggs, some toast
yeah,
for like 12.99,
yeah,
and be just like I'm not saying this more. I would still do it. Don't get me wrong. I would happily show up and eat
yeah.
all my breakfast.
I remember a couple times in high school, we'd wake up at the crack of dawn, me and a group of friends, and we'd go to Shady Maple. It happened a couple times,
That'd be a
but
fun experience to do. I'm
yeah.
assuming they open up like early.
Apparently 7 to 10. So maybe we went late. Maybe we skipped a little bit, skipped a couple periods. I don't remember.
Was it like
I
was it
remember going to
like
Shady Maple though.
were they maybe like the 2 hour delay days?
Maybe it was like one of those. For whatever reason, the school was like, "Hey, we're opening late."
Yeah, and you were like, "Oh shit, let's go get breakfast, guys." That would
Yeah.
make sense. Um,
Another one of those traditions was like every other week on a Friday, I would stop at the New York Bagelry, which is a shop that has really good bagels,
mhm.
and pick up bagel sandwiches for me and a couple guys that always hung out in the parking lot in the mornings. That was good. Same guys that every morning he would pick me up at my parking spot. He drove a Jeep, and
Mhm.
I'd just stand on the running board and hold on to the roll cage every morning and just drive down the parking lot because we were parked on opposite sides of the parking lot.
Do you have assigned parking?
We did, yeah.
Uh, Ours was first come first serve, but then don't take someone like you had your first day of school was where you got your parking spot for the year.
Yeah,
Then you don't fucking take anyone else. You park in your spot and you don't fucking. That's like code.
yeah.
Um, I had something to say about that.
But
Something
no,
regarding.
Shady Maple lunch and dinner is good.
Yeah.
Dinner gets interesting because every day is a different dinner. I
Right.
thought it was the same for lunch. Lunch is all the same. I thought that dinner was different.
Um. Yeah. I just I had some. It was nice because I there's some things that were familiar and then some things new. Like I never had a ham meatball. Never had that before. That was great. Um, I didn't have any because I have some at home still, but they had Fosnots out, and I wanted some. But I had too many other things to eat to not try to stuff down a huge ass potato donut in my throat.
Fair.
Um, so
Oh, I see what's going on. I understand. Saturday, Shady Maple. Sorry.
mhm,
Saturday dinner is the grand menu, which is like fucking everything, right?
right. That's like the biggest day of the week, I assume.
It is. Saturday lunch is the early bird dinner. So you got the dinner menu just early.
Woo!
That's how that works. That's why it's more expensive.
Yeah,
I see now.
it felt dinnery.
Yeah, I can see why.
They had a lot of fish out, but it's also Lent, so I wasn't surprised they had a lot of fish out.
The fried shrimp, crab cake, salmon, Cajun catfish, New York strip steak, beef brisket, and pierogies.
Yes, I
That's
found
the Saturday.
the fucking the roast beef was better than the brisket.
Fair.
Tried them both. Roast beef was more tender. But
It's
yeah,
been
that
a
was
long
my
time since I went.
really.
Maybe I'll go on my birthday.
I wouldn't think you've gone often, but I would assume like
No,
every like at least maybe like once a year.
probably not even that. No. Go grocery shopping next door a lot.
That's what I mean. I'm like you go down to the area. It's probably like
It's not far.
Yeah, it's not far. It's like somewhere like you could probably everyone can get what they like. I just would have thought that would have been like the like
Yeah,
not often again, like in like maybe like a once a year thing. Someone would suggest it and be like, oh yeah, it's worth it. Let's go.
yeah. They give you a free meal when you purchase one on your birthday.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So like as long as you bring someone with, you get it for free.
Yeah, that's nice. I can't complain about that.
Yeah.
How's the farmer market there? Is that crazy? Like in that
It,
complex, there's like a farmer's market,
it's
right?
the grocery store.
Oh, the grocery store is a farmer's market, or are they different
I think
things?
it's called Shady Maple Farm Market.
Oh, okay.
It's a grocery store though.
Oh,
They
okay.
they have a lot of produce there
Gotcha.
and a lot of like our brand foods that they make there.
Right. Okay.
Like
I thought the it was a separate thing that was like
no.
it was like mostly open in the summer and they sold just like local produce there.
It I think it is a good amount of local produce, but just if you went to your grocery store and like do you usually go to Giant, I think, right?
Yeah.
If you double Giant's grocery, like their produce section,
Gotcha.
that's their produce section. And then like they have a lot of bulk foods and like seasonings that's all house brand, like their own stuff
Mhm.
that they're making. And like they smoke foods, like if you want beef sticks, if you want smoked chicken, kielbasi, they make all that kind of stuff themselves to sell.
In-house.
Yeah, a lot of sauces and salsas and marinades. Like there's a huge collection of Shady Maple branded foods that they sell there.
Makes sense.
Pretty good donuts too.
Fits the theme of like the style of feeling like the Mennonite Amishy, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Assuming they're like more Mennonite than Amish.
Um yeah, I don't know exactly. It gets complicated when it's business to tell the
That's what I
difference.
mean. It's hard to tell. I inherently think Mennonite when I think of them using like electricity for stuff, but then again, it could just be like,
It when it's business, it's kind of
yeah, when business said to rip off the sinners from their money, God said, yeah, hey, send it with that e transfer, yo.
yeah. The there's also a store across the street from the grocery store called Goods. Let me
Goods,
see. Let me see if there's more to that name so that I can.
shady goods.
It's Good Store, traditional good family shopping. How do I how do I describe this? It's like a
What
home store.
what do I buy?
It's like an extended hardware store, okay?
Okay.
Um like there's the hardware section for sure. Then there's
Hmm.
like the kitchen section.
Okay.
There's a whole giant ass fabric section.
Fair.
Shoes, clothing, a lot of Carhartt. Like it's the place near here to go for Carhartt if you want something.
Okay.
Um if you want a Mennonite hat or like an Amish hat, like the
So we're taking
black,
fee there.
uh-huh. You know, the suspender, the straw hats, they got them.
You
Nice.
probably love this place.
Good place. I've been there many times. I bought my jacket there.
We could take him to the grocery store to get a pie,
That is
and
homemade pickles. They sell a lot of pies. There's a big wall of pies.
then he can go over there and get his Mennonite hat,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and then her can go to the smorgasbord and just like look at it, and he think
I mean,
he's.
like between the four places, right?
Mhm.
You eat at Shady Maple. You go to the grocery store for your home baked goods or whatever else you want. You go to Goods and get a hat, and you go downstairs of Shady Maple, the smorgasbord, to the gift shop, and
Just
just
buy a
wander.
dresser.
I think there is a furniture place in there.
Yeah, I remember. I got to back
Is
to the
that
corner. Everything smelled like pine. Walking
is
around,
that
I'm like, oh,
Sense and Eggs there, or is it a different one? I don't remember. Um. Oh no, it's Gish's. Okay, yeah.
um, yeah, that was
Okay, what the hell is that? I just found new tech.
what?
So I was looking on the maps to find what the furniture store was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I zoomed in, and in Goods, they have the whole store laid out.
Yeah,
I've never seen that yet. That was the
they did
first
it
time I've
for
seen it.
Shitty Maple on the bottom floor too. I think.
Really?
So I feel like we've clicked around it before.
They had the full like
Oh,
street
I thought
view
you meant.
inside. No, it's like you can see the aisles.
Oh, because I think it's Shady Maple, the bottom floor of the thing. You can do like a 360, like walk around, like
Yeah,
the
you
street
you
view.
could street view downstairs. But no, I'm talking like
Huh?
they got the whole store laid out and labeled. I've never seen this before.
Interesting. I've never seen that either. Well, I
And
guess
it's like
maybe
it's very accurate too.
maybe you have to claim it and like design your own building.
Yeah, I don't and this is not the kind of place where I would have expected that. Like these people aren't Google people.
Right. Well, maybe they have a good social media team.
And maybe they are now. I don't know.
I will
I don't
say
know.
they
It's
have the
kind of cool.
market cornered of like what they're doing.
Yeah. Neat.
People travel, you know, I someone asked me, they're like, I was talking to someone at work and I'm like, oh yeah, I went there this weekend because I've people have people don't always talk about it, but it comes up enough in conversation like over the years of
Sure.
like being on
I
this area of like
I feel
you
like
hear it.
within a 2 hour circle, if I said, you know about Shady Maple, they'd be like, yeah, of course. I went there last year.
Yeah. So like I've heard it mentioned enough times over the years now, living over on this side of the river, that I'm like, I just want to see what it's like. I want to see what it's all about, see what the not hype, but see what the talk has been about all these times I've heard it mentioned.
Yeah.
Um, but when I grew up, I had zero. I'd never heard of it, never seen anything about it, never had anyone talk about it. But when we grew
Sure.
up, the prevalence of fucking buffets was crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I won't argue that like Shitty Maple wasn't like better than all of them, but the idea was still that like I didn't need to travel for a buffet. There was just like options.
True. Like Old Country Buffet.
Yep.
That was, I think, a chain, but they were around. They were okay.
Growing up around me, the three I went to were either like four kind of. We had a Chinese buffet, which is different, but still like a buffet that you don't really see much of anymore.
Yeah.
We had a Ponderosa. I don't know if you ever heard of that brand.
It's
I think they were a chain, but I don't know if they were a huge chain.
I don't know.
Um,
It's familiar, but it's familiar for a different reason. The name
uh,
Ponderosa.
then we had Bonanza, which was in our mall,
Definitely heard
which had
that. Ponderosa, no clue. Doesn't
gotcha.
exist to me.
And then the biggest one I think was kind of a chain was Ryan's Steakhouse.
Okay.
But we had like the three like standard buffets and then like one Chinese buffet all around me that like I would have never have had to travel for a buffet. Now I wouldn't say like Shady Maple wasn't better than all of them and bigger and like crazier. But like back in the day going to a buffet wasn't like anything you had to like do an adventure for. Whereas nowadays, if you wanted like a buffet that wasn't like a cesspool Golden Corral, um, there just aren't. There just aren't buffets out there anymore. So like
Yeah.
they have like a double market cap of just like, man, it's been forever since I went to a good buffet. And I did go on the cruise and there was a buffet at the cruise, but I think there's something very different about a cruise buffet than like a restaurant buffet. One's meant for
Sure.
like just getting like 5,000 people on a ship fed because it's like one of the only option. Like it's a different environment entirely. So same as like my college buffet.
Absolutely.
That was like only dining hall on campus type. It's not meant to be like a restaurant you go sit down and it's just like a food delivery mechanism. So yeah, I don't know. Now I could see people traveling out just to do a buffet just because they're like, oh, I've been craving a good buffet. Haven't had one of those in years. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I was trying to don't fact check myself, and I did.
Gotcha. Um. So what you got going on? Why are we destinationing?
Okay, so I had a final destination moment this week. Okay, I was driving home, right?
Okay.
I
In the
had to
Jeep
take
or
a
van? No, you don't
in
have the
my
van. Sorry.
in my I we do have the van.
Okay.
There's an update for that another time. Not right now. I don't feel like it.
Okay.
Um. So I'm driving my truck home. I went to Sam's Club. I needed to pick something up, get gas, yada yada, whatever. And I'm close to home. I'm like a mile and a half from home. And there's a pretty big long hill up near my house. And I'm following a guy, or I just caught up with a guy as he's going up this hill. He's in a dump truck, like a pickup truck dump truck converted
Okay.
kind of thing.
Like
Still
something I
had
see like mulch. People get like mulch delivered, like that style, or a different type.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I would call it a large pickup truck dump truck.
Okay.
It had the full back that kind of goes over the cab a little bit to protect the cab.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's what I'm
But
picturing. I just want to make
pickup
sure there
truck
was nothing
frame,
else. Yeah.
pretty old. We're
Yeah.
talking like 80s, I think.
Classic.
Also means we're doing like 30 miles an hour up this hill.
Well, that's all the gear. He's going through all
And
those
it's
gears.
empty.
Oh.
Except for about a foot and a half wide piece of plywood that's about 8 foot long.
Okay.
And it's leaning up on the front above the cab. Okay?
Okay. Why is that?
And I got behind him because this road speed limit's 45. Everybody does 55.
Mm-hmm. Standard.
Standard. And I cruise up the hill and here he is doing 30 something. I'm like, okay. And I'm like eyeing this thing up. And it's like, huh. How's that plywood staying in there? Has it got that strapped down or something?
I was gonna ask. It doesn't seem like the standard way I would expect.
Because
things
it's
to be
hanging
used.
up like a wind sail up above the cab.
Right.
Because it was like 8 to 10 feet long. And I'm like, I don't like that. I'm not going to tailgate this guy. I'm going to stay back a good bit. I shit you not, like 15 seconds later, this thing catches the wind and I just see it move up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, boom, gone. Right out of the back of the truck, like 15 feet in the air. Doing backflips.
Just spinning.
And I'm like, if I was in a rush and was impatient and didn't look at that, that's me. That's skewered through my windshield.
You know?
Smacks down on the ground, explodes everywhere. It looked like thick plywood too, like 1 inch plywood.
Oh god.
Just like catastrophic.
You didn't tell me it was 1 inch. Damn, that's the
Well,
thick
I didn't
thing.
know that until I drove by it as it's on the ground.
Okay.
Like it was, as I'm driving, I looked at it and it was like, damn, that was thick plywood.
Now it's multiple little thick. Now it's a lot of little thick plywoods.
Yeah. So like, I would say it was about half as big now because the rest of it was just everywhere.
It's probably expensive.
It wasn't a full sheet. It was like about a foot and a half wide.
Oh, okay.
And then he stopped on the side of the road. I skirted through some plywood because I wasn't getting a fucking nail in my truck. Um,
And he's like,
he stopped, and I was like, "Good luck, bud. See you later."
"What the fuck you think was gonna happen?"
I, it was one of those. I just saw plywood sticking out of my windshield in my mind, like, you know,
You know,
crazy.
you dodged it.
I did. I did dodge it.
Some people are saying that plywood is probably still in pieces because he probably didn't pick them all up.
It probably is.
Huh.
It
That's better than
probably
I thought it
is.
was gonna be. You can't just post shit like that and be like, I'm like, damn,
Well, I
the hell.
knew I would be able to remember it. I try not to spoil my stories.
No, they normally be so vague, and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about here? Um, but anyways, Bruno. Um, to pivot
Yeah,
slowly.
slowly. What's
Should
up?
I? Well, I'll try to squeeze a little like something small in, so then we can finish with the review. Unless you
Okay.
forgot to do it.
I've listened to it a couple times. It's
Okay.
not super fresh, but I think I can handle it.
Okay. Um, I don't, first thing. So if you got a shotgun,
He did.
I just do you like fire? I mean, shotguns are fun, but do you like firing them?
I enjoy skeet shooting.
Okay.
I do. I'm not terrible at it too, which helps, but
Right. There's not a gun they're not a gun I ever just want to fire.
uh what so like to me it's like a separate division, right?
Hmm.
If I'm going to go shoot skeet, that's what I'm going to do that day. I'm
Right.
not going to do like double duty and do both things.
No, it's just like that's it.
Yeah. Shotgun shooting skeet is very enjoyable with other people too.
Right.
Like if you had a group of like 3 or 4 people and we're like taking turns and
Even if just
talking
someone
and
to
having a good time.
throw for you.
Sure. Well, the range that I usually go to if I go to a range has a thrower.
Right.
So you get somebody on the string and
Hmm.
it's a good time. But you know, it it is what it I think me and you were both giving advice that probably like a 22 would be the best thing. But sometimes people get it in their head they want this, and that's what you got to do. Got to let them do them.
I think I'm just biased because again, I don't find shotguns that fun. Or I don't. Not that they're not fun. I just I find so little what you can do. Like again,
Sure.
I just wanted to.
It's definitely the hunting gun too.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to hunt something, that's what you would probably use.
I was basically checking in to make sure I wasn't missing out on some. I mean, again, ski can be fun, but then again, it's more fun when you have a place to go with the thing
Yes,
to throw and that, not
absolutely.
necessarily just going to random places.
Yeah. I mean, you can hand throw skeet, but it's not. It's nice when all you got to do is push on a lever a little bit and then pull a string.
Yeah, I guess I get the most enjoyment of just trying to blop a target in a place I'm trying to hit.
Yeah, and that's fair.
So again, I think it's a lot of bias for my enjoyment.
Have you done anything slightly longer range?
I wanted to. That's why I made my
Okay,
AR setup to be able to do longer range.
gotcha. Yeah.
Now, do I need to actually put effort into finding an outdoor range that's 100-yard range and
Like, I feel like 100 would be a nice sweet spot that you would enjoy.
oh, I'm not trying to long, yeah, I'm not trying to 300-yard oh man,
Well,
you see what
the range down the street that is an outdoor one. They have 1, 2, and 300. And closer, but 1, 2, and 3. I've never done 2. 100 is far enough.
100 is like enough of a challenge that it can be fun, but then like not hard enough that like I needed like a spotter.
It can be pretty far though. It's hard to see them sometimes. See your dots.
Yeah.
But then like you kind of get strategic with it. Like if you're there with somebody else, you'll hang enough targets that you can both have your own
Mm-hmm.
and shoot.
Oh yeah, that's the
and,
only way to do it. If you're gonna fire, if you're going with like someone, you have to just no, you
Yeah.
don't have to.
Like
Why
I
would
have fond memories. Me and my dad, we had a little competition with each other, and said, okay. And the other thing is, there's many different ways to shoot at targets, right? You can shoot for consistency or accuracy, and they're different things. So we said, okay, we're battling for consistency between us. You're going to shoot 5 shots, right? We're shooting 22 mag. 5 shots. Closest grouping wins. So we're shooting at this target at 100 yards. I think mine, I could cover all the holes with a quarter.
Yeah.
But the gun wasn't sighted in perfect. So that quarter was down here.
Right.
Now, if you're trying to shoot the target in the middle, great. You can adjust. But, you know, that's what I'm saying.
Consistency.
There's different ways.
Or aiming at the same spot, and wherever it lands,
Exactly.
you just want it to land where the last one landed.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's good times.
Yeah, again, a lot of bias. I have 2 of them. Don't think I'll ever whip out the shotgun. I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
the gun I prefer. All right, we'll try.
You know,
We'll try.
maybe Phil turn into a turkey hunter. Who knows? I don't
Man,
think he will,
turkeys are
but
mean.
maybe.
Turkeys are mean. Maybe he'll become a geese hunter.
Yeah.
I look at him every day at work now. I'm like, I could just fucking wring that neck and have a goddamn like New York strip on my table.
That's crazy how red that meat was.
But I see him every day. They're like honking, ah, ah. And there's like, I'm like, there's 50 of them. Who's gonna tell me no?
A game warden? But no, I understand.
What person's gonna report me? These fuckers are just like annoying. They're aggressive. Everyone hates them. They're just shitting on everything. You tell you someone's gonna be like, "Oh man, that guy's killing those geese out there." They're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, get rid of those goddamn things."
Yeah,
I can get it.
I
Like
hear
the
you.
deer, people want the population back, but like I could kill 50
Bro,
of them.
I don't need the deer population back. I've seen dozens of them in the past couple of weeks driving. Not okay with it. Too many deer.
It's a little early.
Exactly.
Damn. What's the wait? What's the what we should be? What's the greenhouse? What's the greenhouse looking like?
Greenhouse is looking like it's still in a box in the shed.
Oh, that should be unboxed soon.
Probably already, to be honest with you. I might be late, so I don't know. We'll see.
I thought you had it up in March because I thought you were like April growing inside, and then May you were taking stuff outside.
I can look real quick. Let me just search in my calendar.
'Cause I felt like it was like 4 weeks of indoor growing.
Month. What did we do?
Peppers.
I planted marigolds on March 25th. They didn't do shit.
Weren't they supposed to scare away the deer?
They sure were. Didn't do it. Planted cucumbers May 2nd.
What?
That seems late. I'm trying to look for more dates, I feel like
If that's the case, I feel like I'm going crazy because I felt like the whole point of the greenhouse was you were growing stuff inside for a while to be like
I
prepped
know.
for the warm weather. May seems like warm weather would have been here and you would have been like already
I
playing
know.
outside.
I think the cucumbers were quick to sprout though.
Okay.
I'm looking for the tomatoes and I don't see them in my calendar. And I was trying to do that so I could come back and look at them.
It's fine.
Yep, I don't know.
All good. Again, I thought
I planted cucumbers the week we went to New York.
that is
Fun fact.
approaching a year. Oh, how much wine did you buy when we were on our trip?
Not a lot. Like
Because you posted
4
one bottle. I'm
bottles?
like, 4 bottles?
Probably, something like that. 4, 5, 6, something like that. I don't remember.
It makes me feel bad because I probably bought like 4 at one.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I drink wine on holidays with other people, and
I
that's
know.
about it.
I'm just saying. I think I bought. I think you like. I think
It's a consumption difference, is what it is.
yeah.
I don't drink all that much, to be honest. Like at all. I don't know.
Okay, Bruno.
Where the fuck are the tomatoes?
Did you not plant tomatoes?
Plant tomato seeds. Why didn't I? Okay, in 22, I planted them on March 23rd, so I'm late for them already.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm bad at remembering when I do stuff. And
Well,
I
for
try and
Easter,
put stuff in the calendar, and it doesn't happen. Easter, yes.
maybe you should make a nice sangria with that Abbey
You know?
Rose.
Ooh, that would probably be good.
That's their sangria wine. I think that's truly why it's their bestseller, is because in the summertime,
Yeah,
when you should actually go to those Finger Lakes in the true enjoyment when it's nice and warm and you get to do all the decks and stuff.
yeah,
Like I think they Lakewood themselves tend to have like a sangria station, and that's the wine they use for sangrias, and everyone like sits there drinking them, being like, "Oh, I need to make these at home myself." So that becomes the best-selling wine because they have it in the way it's
yeah.
made
I
even better.
I believe it.
So, yes, that was it's a good sangria wine. Abby is the daughter. Rose is because they planted roses for a national highway beautification project.
Nice.
And it's red because it's fruity and they leave the skins on. There's something else about that, but I forget.
Gotcha.
Um, but anyways, the long overweighted Big Booty Mix 24. My mother-in-law listened to it in the car this weekend as she went to Shady Maple and was like, "Is this what you listened to, Nick?" Because there was like 2 samples from like Tyler the Creator and like another one that was like, I don't even know what the song was, but it was when they were singing about my dick.
Oh, yep.
She's like, "You listen to this?" I'm like, all the mixes are different. This one just seems to have a little bit of like
Yeah.
to it. But I guess we got to start at the beginning, right? Do you have this? I assume you have the spreadsheet up.
Oh God, I did. Fuck. Yeah. Hold on. I'll pull it up. Finishes loading sometime.
So I'm kind of torn on this one for a few things. And
Okay.
I think to hedge my depending on how it all equals out math wise, I was split to the point where I thought 2 categories were like half categories, so I was gonna pad one with a higher. I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna make one look worse and make one look better just to
Sure.
like pad the
That
half.
happened a lot. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I guess it's always best to start with the intro.
It is, I think.
And apparently I'm running on a streak of sevens and I'm gonna put it as a 7 again.
So I think I have to agree with you on the 7 because I wasn't okay. I gotta get something out of the way. Did this intro not have like a Eminem again?
It was
or like right, maybe like right
yes,
after it.
right. It was like Snoop Dogg's uh whatever song.
This is the first time in Big Booty Mixes that I've thought repetition. Like
You thought like we've
it
been here, done
reminded
this.
me, yes. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it was a 7. I listened to it. I kept like thinking I wanted to like it, but then I kept just like saying, Why do you think you want to like this a lot?" And I was like, "Eh,
Yeah,
I'm like you're not wrong, self." So I gave it a 7.
it was
You
fine.
you get to call the next category if you
I'm going
remember
to
if
flow. So flow, right?
let me bring up my notes. I took notes.
Oh God, I didn't take notes.
No, I just noted down my scores.
I think that it flowed well. I don't think it was perfect though. I
I
think
agree with
I'm
you.
in like the 8 category. It was good. It wasn't like super yet.
So this is where I was torn. So on flow and music, I was thinking if I could do the halves, I would do halves. I was gonna say they're both 8.5s. So I was like, I'm gonna give one a 9 and one an 8. I was more
Okay.
happy with the flow. I like the music. I mean, the music was almost bangers, except with it went from a lot of songs I liked to just a lot of songs that did like not. They weren't songs I was just fine with. They were just like, why do you have to throw this one in? Which
I
kill
I completely agree.
it
I'll
kills down some song. Like um, again,
uh-huh.
if it was a bunch of songs I like, ones I don't care about, fine, great. I'll give it a high score and act like it was perfect. But then when you put songs in I don't like, it like has to hit down the score.
Yep.
So I was going 9 with the flow.
Okay.
Again, it's a little bit of padding, but I was already going to give it an 8.5. All it was padded up to a 9. But then
Yeah.
my song selection goes down to an 8. But it was more of a me big booty mix than a you big booty mix with songs.
It was
EDM was low.
very low. I'm thinking about a 7 because
There was some Avicii.
there was, and I greatly enjoyed the Avicii, but it wasn't on my side of the taste, is what I will say.
The more I thought it was on my side of the taste music, the like I was like, this just isn't Bruno. Those are basically all the sound clips. And there's like 3 on there I like actually liked and or
I
recognized easily.
all right. So are we sound clip boomers at this point? Because I felt lost on a lot of them.
I'm gonna tell you the one we probably would both agree was probably the best and fit the best was the fitness gram pacer test.
I mean,
That was
that
like
one was good. I
that was like
always love
mid.
hearing, "Can I pet that dog?" Because
I
I
was gonna
just
say
like
that.
that.
Yeah, but like the 10 burgers, 10 fries, 55 talk. That's from like a newer show from like
Yeah.
Netflix from a comedian, which I just didn't know. The attention from Walmart was fine. I knew what it was, but like, it kind of felt like weird where it was placed.
Yeah, no, I was not impressed. I'm going for a 7 again.
I was going
This
with a
is this is
6.
the mix of sevens for me. I'm going for a 6. Oh
I just
boy.
didn't like them. There was like they weren't funny. I didn't at no point did I like stop and rewind when fucking whatever one hit me with that I can't tie my shoes but I can fuck your bitch and I was like, bro, I gotta play that one back. Um, none of them were like that. Most of them I had to like re-listen to figure out what they were. And maybe we are boomers. Maybe we don't understand these clips. I just thought they were trash. What that put me a 7.25.
I put me at a 7.25 and you at 7.5.
That's, if I put it at the level of 18, 21, that's
What?
that's
Wait, what number was this?
24.
Somehow, okay, your list is fucked somehow.
I
Oh,
have two 22s.
why you got two 22s? I don't know. Either way.
I think my score. I think what my on our heat map 7 is like mid.
On our heat map, 7 and for you is and me is mid. Well, that might just be. I don't think they're color. I think they're colored based on 1 to 10, not colored on
Average.
number. Yeah, correct. But you do have 4 7s. That in itself is a story, and it's enough.
Yeah. I would have to say, yeah. If I'm gonna take 7 as my like average, it's a step above average, and I guess I wouldn't be upset when it gets thrown in the mix. Like it's definitely gonna go in the mix of mixes,
Yeah,
and I won't
it's
be upset with it on there.
it's no what it's no Fruit Loops, it's no bell pepper, it's no Office intro for me. You
What was the
know,
one I just rediscovered? Is 13 bell pepper?
13 is bell pepper. Yes.
And yeah,
Mid for you. Mid.
13 has
13 is not mid,
13's intro is mid, and their sound clips is mid.
but the music slaps.
Yeah, and it reaches up there to mid because of it, but it has to be dragged down because of its failures. If they would remix 13 with a great intro and some good sound clips, that thing would be
Apparently, I loved 13's intro. What the fuck was it?
yes.
That might have been one of those situations where I put a little bit extra somewhere just because.
You padded a little, yeah, probably. Which is crazy because you gave the other two 8s.
No, I like this intro.
Okay, then you gave it a 9.
Yeah, no, this is a good one. This is the Eminem.
Oh, I didn't like that one as much. That makes sense. I didn't love that one. So yeah.
No, I like this one. Okay, hold on. I need to look. I need to fucking look at this again. What is this 875? I need to listen to that more often. 22? I need to get on the 22 train.
22 slaps.
Apparently, I need to listen to it again.
22 is absolutely a banger. I have no idea how you forgot about that one.
I don't know. It was too new. I forgot. 22.
They've already teased
Write that
25,
down. Write that down. I know. I think there's a date even.
So
I no. I definitely saw a date. I just don't remember what it is.
God.
Because I think they're doing August 24th.
Man,
August 24th. So like beginning of September probably we'll get it.
I'm just looking back on this whole chart.
Madison Square Garden too.
That's I'm hoping the next one's just I'm hoping because they're going big with like the venue, they have to go big with the like I'm hoping the next one it's just gonna be like
let me tell you, I'm excited because not much EDM in 24.
I mean it's 25
25 at
swing.
Madison Square Garden.
Big old swing.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for.
Man, I'm just back to the looking at the fact that my like the ones that had zeros for sound clips one puts it at 3.5 and it has a 0. 9 doesn't even have a 0 in it. It's 3.25. Makes me want to go back and re-listen to how bad that one is.
Dude, I think 9 was dog shit. I think we were like, hey, all right, they're figuring it out. They're figuring it out. We hit 7, and it's like, okay, no more bad ones. We're good
All
now.
up here from here.
And then 9 hit, and it was like, what did you guys do?
Bro, stop the pain.
How does an intro get a 2?
It's just crazy to me.
Oh no, this is how an intro gets a 2. Yep. So bad.
It's like they went for it, but they just went the complete wrong direction for it.
No. It was like 15 seconds of like a drum kick,
Mm-hmm.
Drum kick just stops, and the song starts. That's how you get a 2.
I'll have to re-listen to it. Okay. Well,
It was terrible.
Terrible. I think we're at a good time. And you know what that means? We can start enjoying our Thursday soon.
Woo!
Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
See you later.